And of course, if you look at the sort of bans, they certainly would like to secure the lanes efficiently, and that's why they have to ban these two heroes. And then they've banned the Templar Assassin, a Night Stalker, and the Anti-Mage, which could be used to weaken their roaming supports or even their supports in general. So DIA has no choice but to ban them. Searena, on the other hand, have read DIA's game plan. They've banned the Invoker, which is one of DIA's signature heroes. And then they've banned three potential mid lane heroes. We have the Invoker is one, the Ember Spirit is another, and the Outworld Devourer. So Serena's goal is to limit Analoc's overall performance, because Analoc is like one of the most talented mid laners in this league. And certainly you would not like her, especially to use the Invoker, because boy, I've seen her play the Invoker and she's mastered it as a sort of as an art form. And then they've also banned, you know, that roaming hero that could be very potentially threatening, which would be the Weaver, and then the Doom, which provides a sort of sustainability in team fights. So Searena, they want to make sure that they could survive in team fights, and Doom has that potential to slow down the team fights at their favor, and it also has a potential to lock down any of their initiators. So banning the Doom, even banning the Outworld Devourer, who could potentially stop an initiation play, is what Team Searena is doing. So now let's go for the picks for both teams. For DIA, currently at their arsenal, we have Necrophos, Bane, Mirana, and Earthshaker. So with this sort of lineup, your goal is to your goal is to try and soften up the lanes, because you have the Necrophos who could slowly deplete the opposition. And then you have Mirana with the sort of pressure that she causes with the Sacred Arrow and even with the Meteor Showers. So that's what DIA is opting to do. Whereas Serena's actually doing the same as well, especially if you have Zeus and Venomancer, who are very good at pressuring opponents. And even the Witch Doctor with the Maledict and the Casks is also a lethal combination. So we're going to have these two teams focusing on the laning phase. So let's see. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, which among these two teams will lane better. So let's see who's the final pick for both teams. I mean, if you look at the final bans, we have Slark banned by DIA, and then Meepo banned by Searena as a final pick has been deployed, and it's the Medusa. So more laning threats have already been deployed in the battlefield. Actually, what I like about Searena is that they could easily pick off anyone from DIA, especially if you have the Pudge. And the Pudge, combine that with the Venomancer, would be very important in taking down one key hero. And I think that'll be useful against the Mirana, because Mirana has that sort of mobility to run away with the leap, and a single hook and a Poison Nova would slow down Mirana. Although she could potentially leap, but of course there's always a follow-up from the Zeus, and if the Witch Doctor has casted the Maledict together with the Poison Nova and the Thunder God's Wrath, and Mirana's going to be obliterated. So yeah, I like what Serena's doing in their approach. They want to limit Mirana. Actually, if you look at their bans, their picks, it's all focused on Analog. Although I'm not sure what Analog is going to pick here. I mean, she could go for Necrophos mid, or she could go for Mirana mid. I'm not sure if she could play Earthshaker mid, although I've seen professionals play Earthshaker mid. A Sniper gets deployed in the battlefield, so very questionable pick for DIA, especially knowing that you have the Pudge who could pull down the Sniper's range. Yeah, then what else do we have to see? So Analog has opted for the Sniper. I mean, my concern is that, well, it's possible that Gorgeous or Strawberry could go mid, and then Claire would be that sort of hero who would go alongside Strawberry or Gorgeous at mid. And you do want to contain Analog, because she is like one of the best, like what I said earlier, she is one of the best mid laners in this league. And you want to slow her down. And actually, I still can't get over the fact that she picked the Sniper, especially if you go against a Pudge. And Sniper is very, very easy. Well, her vitality signs are relatively low, so it's going to be an interesting situation for the Sniper of how she could survive this assault. A single pull from the Pudge could spell disaster for the sniper. Okay, let's introduce the two teams as well as their heroes that they're playing. Okay, last it's nice for the side of Radiant. DIA representing the Radiant, with Chubby Boy as the Earthshaker, Nokami as a Mirana, PMK as the Bane, Analog, the star player, as a Sniper, and Nene as the Necrophos. And as for the side of the Dire, played by Team Searena, we have Nemo, the Captain, at the Witch Doctor, Strawberry as a Venom Monster, EY as a Medusa, Gorgeous as the Zeus, and that means Claire would play as the Pudge. So let's look at sort of potential approaches for these two teams. Yes, laning is going to be very crucial for both teams. Although in terms of initiation, well, it's still evenly matched because you have two good initiators. You have the Mirana with the Moonlight Shadow, but you have the Pudge with the hook. The difference is Searena could pick off anyone early in the game, especially with the hook. As you can see here, someone got turned into sleep, and that's EY. Got caught by Chubby Boy there, and can EY run away? But Nemo is right there to provide that sort of cover if ever things get nasty, and a single cast could spell doom for DIA, and they've secured the bounty area in the top lane. So in terms of like the bounty advantage, it's already in favor of DIA because they secured this spot and no one seems to get it, and they're gonna get it, and Chubby Boy gets it. So the off laner gets the bounty and the mid laner as well, and we could see a potential rope wraparound here on Strawberry. So it's Strawberry versus Analog at mid, but Strawberry has to be cautious because I'm not sure if she's aware of the fact that Nokami and PMK are just there as well to provide that sort of nuisance. And then we have Chubby Boy. She's going up against a dual lane of Nemo and EY in the top lane. And then, okay, you have Nokami and PMK Razor trying to roam around with Nine as a hard carry for DIA in the bottom lane against Gorgeous and Claire. So let's see the mid wars between the long range sniper against the sort of hero that could slow you down, which is the Venom Monster. It's a very interesting matchup, although Sniper could slow you down with a shrapnel, and the sort of range pressure that she possesses could make things very difficult for Strawberry, especially in the early game. I mean, it's actually a very evenly matched situation, although when it comes to like an early one-on-one assault, you give the advantage to the Venom Monster because of that poison damage. And then, let's see, top lane is Chubby Boy all by herself, which I think will definitely be not at her favor, because you have EY who could pressure you from range, and then you have Nemo who could likewise do the same. Bottom lane, on the other hand, as you can see, Claire's going to get assaulted in here, and there's the brain sap on Claire. Will Claire go down? No, Nokami does not use her arrow. But with this sort of laning phase here for DIA in the bottom lane, yes, they have to secure this bottom lane, but it's not going to be, I mean, it's going to be tricky because a single hook from Claire is going to spell doom, but she doesn't have a hook. She opted for a rot. But the pressure from Gorgeous is going to be very important for Team Searena here in the bottom lane. Well, of course, that pressure, especially from the Arc Lightning, and you want to slow down the Necrophos, because once DIA's Necrophos gets bolsterous in team fights, she's going to be devastating. I mean, it's not easy to kill a Necrophos. Although if you look at Serena's lineup, they have two heroes who can make sure that the Necrophos actually make that. Actually, they have a lineup that's very useful against the Necrophos, with a Pudge who could pull the Necrophos down, and then if she activates her second skill, there's always these two, the Witch Doctor and the Zeus. And if ever things get a bit nasty, there's Medusa who could turn the Necrophos into rock, and she wouldn't be able to cast her spells as long as she's turned into stone. And Chubby Boy, as expected, really struggling. I mean, Earthshaker is one of those heroes that's really mana dependent. And against the Medusa, you're not going to have an easy time, especially with the Mystic Snake, who's going to gobble up your mana. But Nokami here, she's going to do something fishy. She's gonna find an easy prey. A single arrow could be an opening, but she's not gonna leash an arrow. But Strawberry forced to retreat in the mid lane, and that's not good news if you're Team Searena, that your mid laner is forced to go back in the base to get some farming advantage. Bottom lane, on the other hand, it's still a bit safe for both teams. I mean, the pressure from Gorgeous is slightly doing its damage. I mean, this first blood declared by, let's see, Nemo gets a kill there on Chubby Boy. And of course, the pressure from EY and Nemo is just going to be too really tough for Chubby Boy. And Nokimi is forced to rotate around the map because she certainly has to help her teammate. Well, she is the roaming support for Team DIA. And Strawberry just planning these Plague Wards to make sure that she's well protected in this area, because early in the game she was nearly ganked. Of course, bottom lane, it's a 2-on-1. Back to a 2-on-1 situation, but let's see. Strawberry's gonna get pressed on here. Actually, not yet further pressed. But will she be safe? That's a big question, especially if you have this, if you have PMK there who could make sure that Strawberry doesn't live on, especially with the Brain Sap and the Nightmare. So laning so far, well, the mid lane has been in slight favor for Analog. Bottom lane, on the other hand, well, bottom lane, well, it's all 9-9 here in the bottom lane. And then the top lane, well, it's going to be expected that EY is going to dominate, especially with the support from Nemo. As you can see here, look at Go's going to get pressed on. Strawberry's going to get surrounded, and here come the two supports. Can they come along? Now Gorgeous coming to the rescue, but it's going to be too late. She's going to kill Nokimi, but no, it doesn't work off. Here comes a Maledict and the cast from Nemo, but it's not going to be enough as Nemo is forced to retreat, and the Shrapnel doing that sort of new nauseating experience for Team Searena. They have no choice but to retreat. But Strawberry getting caught out of position, and it's caused by the fact that you have a damage from Analog and then combine it from PMK and Nokimi. You have two heroes who could lock you down, Bane and the Mirana. And with those two heroes, there's no way for Strawberry to live on. And of course, once Strawberry gets caught by that Sacred Arrow or even that Nightmare, Analog could just be like, okay, I'm gonna set my range, I'm gonna set my sights, and there's no way you could live. Now Nokimi's gonna get spotted here by Nemo, so of course their positioning has been compromised. It's gonna be an interesting hook, but Claire misses the hook. Of course, getting a hook on 9-9 is gonna be big for Team Searena. It's like their only, well, it's like one of their lockdown options, because they want to slow down the Necrophos. But you see here, it's a smoke gank. So Team DIA, their objective is to take down the mid lane early in the game, because they want to give space for Analog, because they know that Analog is very strong and of course excruciatingly powerful. And this combination here from Nokimi and PMK is just too much firepower for Strawberry, and there's no way for Strawberry to live. And Nemo and Gorgeous trying to rotate, but it's not going to be enough for them. And this combination here from PMK and Nokimi is just proving to be like devastating. It's the two supports that's getting the kills needed for Analog. And that forces Nemo to rotate here in the bottom lane. On the other hand, EY, well, she's all alone in the top lane, in the safe lane. So Chubby Boy could capitalize on this, because of the fact that EY is all by herself, as the Nemo is going to get surrounded in here. There's invisibility by PMK. Nemo. Oh, look, she's turned into sleep. And look, she's going to get caught by the Sacred Arrow. There's a Brain Sap. And of course, the Shrapnel doing the damage. And this combination of PMK and Nokimi are just killing Team Searena, wrecking them alive. And now Nokimi's going to get pressed on by Strawberry. Strawberry's really struggling in the mid lane, all because of the pressure from Nokimi and PMK. Can Strawberry slow down Nokimi? Nokimi, can she run away? Oh, and she doesn't live on. Strawberry gets a crucial kill, and now Analog next on the target list. And here comes the reinforcements for Team Searena, who desperately needed that. But of course, that leaves space for 9-9 to push in the bottom lane, and she has a Veil of Discord. So in team fights, it's not going to be an easy situation for Team Searena, because 9-9 already has her signature item. And compared to EY, in terms of like getting up the necessary items. 9-9 has the upper hand. Now we could see Claire. Claire's gonna get spotted there. Here comes a hook. It misses. Claire's gonna get caught in the middle of no man's land. Can Claire run away? She's turned to sleep there. Claire, can you run away? Claire, let's see what happens. Nokimi trying to chase on. There's no sacred arrow as a follow-up. Strawberry trying to go in that bottom area, but of course it would not be suited for her. She needs to farm, especially knowing the damage from Analog. Nokimi and PMK is just too much. And look at this, another invisibility gank. Do they have sentry wards? Okay, they do have sentry wards, so they could spot this on, but a single sleep and a single sacred arrow could slow down Strawberry. Oh, I'm not sure if Strawberry, can she run away? Oh, I think she's caught, and even though the wards are there, she's still gonna get herself wrecked apart, and even if she activates a Poison Nova, her efforts will still be laid to waste. Well, it's all up to EY in this lane, but so far EY not really having an easy time in the laning phase, because if you look at her items, I mean, you won't be able to make a difference if you only have a face boots, whereas if you compare 9-9 who already has a Veil of Discord. The fact is that 9-9 has done a better job farming, and it's surprising if you look at the last to denies, you know, 9-9 has the upper hand. I mean EY has the upper hand, and yet she's not really getting the necessary items. Let's see. I think she's trying to save for her signature items, but it doesn't seem like the case. So, of course, the pressure from Analog already causing some problems for Strawberry. So, it's the pressure from DIA to negate the effects of... it's going to be a hook. Oh, Claire misses a hook. That's a third. Actually, how many times did she miss with a hook? And this Pudge, so far, if she can't connect her hooks, it's not going to be a good situation for Searena. And this is the problem for Team Searena with their lineup. I mean, yeah, their initiation option would be the puck. The Pudge. And so far, she's not getting all her hooks with accuracy. And that's not a good sign if you're Team Searena, because you want to capitalize on the Pudge hook so that you could start you could initiate your combination with the Witch Doctor, with the Medusa, and with the Venom Monster. Because like what I said earlier, it's a combination of the hook together with those 4 heroes. That's going to be a great opening for Team Searena. And if they don't connect with that, then they have to look for other options like a Blink Dagger or Assault, which is going to be like a sort of an excruciating experience for anyone from Team Searena's. Claire gets caught by the half-sacred hour, and there will Claire go down. Here's a Veil of Discord and the Scythe of Death. He goes down. Goodbye, Claire. The Reaper's Scythe was just too much for her to handle. And just like what I said earlier, okay, let's go back to what I said earlier. It's going to force Team Searena to buy Blink Daggers or buy Shadow Blades. The question is, what if some of their heroes don't need a Blink Dagger? It's just like a waste of money for them, so they're forced to buy Blink Daggers just to compensate for the errors caused by Pudge. And now let's see. Venom Monster's items. Let's do a quick item check. She's gonna go for a Hand of Midas. Now Analog. Wow, she's going to go for a Maelstrom for increased attack speed, and now PMK gets caught. The arrow misses. This could be the opportunity for Team Searena. PMK, but no mana from Gorgeous. Nokumi has a double damage rune, so Team Searena, they can't charge in further forward, because if they get caught by the double damage assault from Nokumi, they could easily get ripped apart. So they're forced to retreat. They're forced to use a shrine. No mana for the two of them. And of course, if you look at the composition, they don't have mana sustainability. I mean, as compared to if you have a Keeper of the Light at your support. As you can see, a hook, it misses for the nth time for Claire, and Claire really struggling with her hooks. And if you're Team Searena, this isn't looking like a good situation, especially if Claire constantly struggles with her hooks. I mean, the mid lane was just like an absolute nightmare for Strawberry, and then the fact that Claire couldn't even land her hook, so that's like 2 awful situations for the side of Team Searena. So it's all up to EY, as she already has a Dragon Lance at her arsenal to carry the team at her shoulders. Well, I was a bit wrong. She wasn't really awful with the farming phase. I mean, she did get Dragon Lance early in the game, so I apologize for that. Now EY gets caught, and this is what DYA are going to do, but a hook from Claire saves EY, but will it be enough? As Chubby Boy and PMK chasing on EY, here comes Nokami as well. Now here come the reinforcements. Nemo, a single cast could open things, but an Echo Slam from Chubby Boy is just there to pay the damage. And now Team Searena has lost one hero, but here comes the Stone Gaze activated. Nokami could go down, but the Dismember from Claire slows and advancing forward from DIA. Will Team Searena get a kill? They did get a kill on Chubby Boy. Will they get another kill? But the hook misses for the nth time. How many times has that hook missed? And if they get that hook, I mean, the hook was able to save one member from Searena, and they've able to save EY, which was a very important decision by Claire. But, you know, getting the follow-up kill, I mean, it would have been a better situation if they get 2 kills in that clash rather than just 1. I mean, it was just really embarrassing for Claire right there. I mean, she has to learn how to time this pudge efficiently. Now EY already with the space created, so it's all up to EY to carry the team. And Searena has to be celebrating right now, because in that clash, EY managed to survive. Because if she didn't survive, then DIA are taking the objectives with perfection, because they've secured the mid lane. Because if you look at the last hits in the ice, it's just like an absolute rout between Analog and Strawberry. The bottom lane is okay. I mean, okay, actually not just okay. They've dominated the bottom lane. The top lane, on the other hand, is all Searena, and this is like their only hope for survival. If you're Team Searena, as Luku gets caught in there, it's Nemo who's turned into sleep. Will she go down in here? Here comes a Stone Gaze as a sort of countermeasure for EY. This could be the counter attack by EY. Nemo using her first skill to make sure that no one from DIA could run away, and that's going to be quite important. But EY, well, he does have the damage there. He gets a kill, but it's not going to be enough. But of course, Nokami, look at that! The Reaper Scythe from Nine catches Gorgeous there, and Nokami with a Sacred Arrow doing its damage. And boy, 2 down in the side of Team Searena. Now 9-9. Oh, the hook misses for the nth time for Claire. How many times? How many times can Claire land a hook? Can this be her moment? She had 2 seconds left to get a hook, and there's a Dismember, but she doesn't have mana for follow-up. Will she survive in here? Now here's Claire. Oh, and finally Nice killing streak is already ended, all thanks to the range of EY and Claire with a rotten damage, doing what sort of pressure that she has to create. And there's a Fiend's Grip on Strawberry, and the damage from Analog. It's the lockdown that's gonna slow Strawberry down. One more hit, and Strawberry gets killed there by the Assassinate. And that's what you want to see. The combination of DIA here, they're just picking off individual members with this sort of combination. It's very reminiscent of Mineski this year, because it's like going, as you can see, Chubby Boy with an Echo Slam on Claire. Claire doesn't have mana, and of course the missed hook is really hurting Team Searena, and DIA is just having an easy time in all lanes because of the fact that Claire isn't really having the best game of her life. She's currently out of mana, and as long as Claire is struggling with the hooks, Searena is really in a lot of trouble. Because, like what I said, if you look at in terms of locking down opponents, DIA has done a better job doing so. Like what I said earlier, they've copied the Mineski playbook, where you go for the Mirana Sacred Arrow, then you follow up with Bane, or actually you go for Bane, and then follow up with a Mirana Sacred Arrow, and then the assaults from the Necro and the Sniper, and it's already creating space for DIA. Searena, on the other hand, they've not done a good job with that in terms of locking down individual foes, even though they have the potential with a Pudge. Now, of course, if you're Searena, you need to look at an alternative option. Like what I said earlier, go for a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade, because you certainly don't have any other initiation options as long as your Pudge is constantly struggling. Now Claire, this could be her moment, but no, it lands on a creep, and Claire is not gonna, well, she's certainly not gonna enjoy this game, and all eyes are on her for Claire. Can she make something here? Now let's go to the bottom lane. Chubby Boy and Strawberry forced to go in the bottom lane because the fact that she's constantly getting bamboozled in the mid lane. Now She's forced to farm in the bottom lane, but it's not going to be easy, especially with how DIA has been rotating in this game. DIA has done a really, really good job rotating in this match. The fact that they could easily pick off Strawberry, and then you could easily pick off Claire and Gorgeous. So right now, it's not going to be easy for Searena to go for a split push, especially with how fluid team DIA is. Look at this, Searena are very hesitant, and it's understandable why. Because if they charge in forward, or if they get caught by any of these combinations, particularly the Sacred Arrow and the Sleep combination, they'll be wrecked apart no matter what happens. And Searena has to find other options here. So it's up to EY, like what I said earlier, it's up to EY. Let's hear what her next item is. She's gonna go for a Lincoln Sphere, which is a must need for her. Because like if she wants to make sure that the Miranda's arrow will not hit her, she needs the Lincoln Sphere. And please, she needs to pray to get that Lincoln Sphere. The team desperately needs the Lincoln Sphere as of this moment. But now let's go to the bottom lane where Analog already with a Maelstrom, so that's more farming progress for her. And the attack speed is just too much, and the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane is assaulted even with the glyph activated. Oh, finally we see a hook from Claire, and that's what you want to see for Team Searena, and they get a kill on Chubby Boy. And Claire gets assaulted by the Assassinate. Now if you're Team Searena, you could initiate with this assault. You're going to wait for the hook is back. And now they need another hook. And if they get another hook and another hero, then they could really, really get their momentum. Of course, Claire using that as a scouting hook. She wasn't able to get a target. And Okami with a scouting arrow. Now Nemo's going to get assaulted, but Claire is there as sort of insurance policy. There's a sleep on Claire and the Moonlight Shadow to keep the entire team alive. And Nemo trying to attack herself, and you could see here the exchange of sleeps, and yeah, well, of course I think it's caused by the current meta changes. So it's 9-9 already opting for a Radiance. She has a Sacred Relic, and she is going for a Radiance, and that's going to be very painful for Team Searena if she gets it earlier. Now EY is forced to farm. I mean, thank goodness the creeps were stacked at her favors. Mid lane, PMK pushing on, pressuring on the mid lane. Strawberry trying to do so here in the top lane, and she has a Blink Dagger, which she needs if she wants to initiate a team fight against DIA, especially knowing that the hooks have not really landed. The accuracy percentage perhaps below, let's just say it's below 10%. I haven't really taken into account how many hook shots have been made and how many hook shots have been missed. So far I've seen only one hook shot. Now what can Strawberry do here? She's going to get surrounded in a singles Moonlight Shadow combination, although the Moonlight Shadow is gone. Now Team Searena rotating. They're aware of DIA's positioning. Can they get this kill here? This could be an interesting 5-on-4 assault. Or actually, let's see, how many heroes? Okay, 5 on the side of Searena, 4 on the side of DIA. Searena with a numbers advantage. They only have one hero trying to push on the bottom lane, which is Chubby Boy. Let's see. A single hook from Claire could spell the difference here. I want to see a hook from Claire. But she's going to get caught by this, it's the positioning of Claire that allows her to be caught by this range creep, and she wouldn't be able to hook perfectly because DIA has read the intel, and Searena forced to retreat. Yeah, the positioning of Claire was really bad. I mean, getting caught by by a range creep. Yeah, that's really not a good way to start a hook. But this could be her chance. There are no wards in this. Actually, there is a ward here. So Claire's going to get caught by the ward and a single sleep. That's the Fiend's Grip activated. And here's 9-9 with a Reaper Scythe. And poof! Claire gets obliterated to shreds. And here comes EY coming to the rescue with her ultimate. But it's not going to hit anyone, especially once the Moonlight Shadow is activated for DIA. EY is forced to TP out. Nemo and Strawberry trying to defend this tier 1 tower in the top lane. It's just about defending and attacking this tier 1 tower as if it's the most important gold that you saw in the treasure chest. And look at this damage from Analog, the pressure from On, and now she's just making sure that anyone from Team Searena will run away. Look at this, Nine charging in further forward. She doesn't even seem to care what's happening. Nine's just going to press on Nemo. One more hit on Nemo. Nemo's going to go down. Will Nemo go down? There's a leap on Nemo. Nemo gets killed by the meteor shower and the stars falling. And the Tier 1 tower in the top lane is no longer well defended. And DIA have already secured all Tier 1 towers in all lanes. The same goes with Searena. They've likewise did the same, but surprisingly Searena, even though they've been constantly pressured in all the lanes, they've managed to get the objectives, which is the Tier 1 tower. So that's a good sign for Team Searena, although they're still outplayed in team fights, and that's one thing that's going to be a cause for concern, especially in the late game. If they've managed to time their hooks well, then potentially they could win this game. But so far, it's not looking like it's their sort of performance that they would be happy to see. Yeah, and if you look at it, DIA had the sort of vision. One is they have the Observer Ward here, which reveals Claire's positioning. So Claire wasn't able to grab a hook because of that. And that sort of intel that they possess, DIA, it really worked favors for them. Let's look at the stats. Last hits in the nice, and EY leading with 204 to 30, and she has to carry the entire team on her shoulders because, well, so far the team looks absolutely wrecked apart to shreds. Surprisingly, Searena has a 2k net worth lead, even though if you look at the overall kills, it's all DIA in the motion. Let's look at overall net worth. Net worth, EY is still leading, and that's the reason why, if you look at it, why there's a 2k net worth lead for Team Searena. It was because of the fact that EY has managed to keep her head up. Okay, there's another Observer Ward planted by Nine. So if ever a hook will be seen here, there's no way it's going to land a target because DIA could just dodge the hook. Now, I wonder what Claire is going to do here. A single arrow could slow her down. But EY is there to provide that sort of countermeasures, and there's the Moonlight Shadow activated. Oh, it's going to be a wraparound, and EY gets caught by the Fiend's Grip, and without EY there's no initiation, but the Reaper Scythe catches EY. Will EY run away? Team Searena forced to retreat. Nemo's going to get assaulted there. Can Nemo run away? No, she can't run away. Here comes Strawberry with a Blink Dagger, activates her first kill, but Chubby Boy to the rescue with an Echo Slam and a Fisher combination, killing everyone in Team Searena's way, and there's no way for Team Searena to run. EY doesn't have that sort of mana, so she's forced to retreat there. She won't be able to activate her ultimate because she doesn't have the mana, especially with a sort of firepower that DIA has done. Oh my goodness, that's a great way to start a Moonlight Shadow and then combine that with the Fiend's Grip. And they actually baited Mirana there. The Lincoln Sphere was activated, and once it was activated, they immediately went for the Fiend's Grip, and there's no way Searena is going to initiate a fight without the Medusa, because it's the Medusa who could initiate things for Team Searena, because she has her ultimate. But without her ultimate, it's not going to be effective. Then if you look at it, just look at the items itself. It's the DIA has a really good item list right as of now compared to Searena. Well, of course, Pudge has a Pipe of Hit Sight. That's good for T fights. Then let's see, what does Strawberry has? Just a Blink Dagger. She doesn't have right-click damage at all. I mean, yeah, she does have magical damage with her spells. I mean, EY is like the only person in the team with right-click damage because of the Dragon Lance, but the rest of the team doesn't have that sort of right-click damage compared to DIA, because you have the Sniper with plus 96 at her damage disposal. And then, well, 99 doesn't have damage, but the Radiance is just slowly picking off anyone from the path. And here, look at this. Here's an the Fisher, targeting on just 3 heroes on the side of Team Searena. Will PMK survive? The Moonlight Shadows activated to keep the team alive. Will she survive? The hook misses, and here comes an arrow targeted on EY, so EY gets temporarily halted there by the Sacred Arrow. Now here are the countermeasures. Nemo gets obliterated. EY force to activate her ultimate, and Strawberry activates the Poison Nova, and that's what you want to see for Team Searena. As Nine-Nine's going to go down, but the Feeds Grief's going to slow Strawberry down, and Nine-Nine does live. And Chubby Boy with an Echo Slam on EY, and here come the countermeasures. It looked as if Team Searena were doing well, but no. DIA retreat, and then they went on the offensive, and look at what happened to Searena. It's all gone. 5 heroes gone, dead, out of the picture, out of the map, out of the battlefield they go, and they're all going to say hello to their death sentences. Oh, that timing there was perfect, and I thought DIA was gonna win that clash, but no, it didn't. I mean, sorry, not DIA, but Searena's gonna win that clash, but it's just that the timing of the retreats of DIA was just, it baited anyone from Team Searena to go aggressive, and when they went aggressive, that's when DIA said, we actually did a fake back the way TNC did it in the All-Star weekend, and that's what happened, is they secured the Tier 2 tower in the top lane. Oh, that was like a nasty blow there for Team Searena. And will they forgive themselves for that? I hope so, or perhaps not. Seriously, it's these missed hooks that's really affecting the team. It's really disrupting the play. It's really revealed Team Searena's positioning, and DIA is just capitalizing on that. I mean, it's not going to be a good situation if you're Team Searena. You have to do something here. I mean, you can survive in team fights with a pipe and a blade mail from the Pudge. Then you did initiate well with Strawberry, as well as well, Gorgeous did well as well. Even EY, they activated their spells. They've timed the spells with perfect accuracy. It's just that there's not really a lot of follow-up damage. I mean, add the fact that DIA has better items compared to Searena. I mean, sure, Claire has an item that could slow down magical damage, and now another hook. I can see a second hook on PMK, and that's what you want to see. You want to slow down one of them, and PMK goes down. And Nine-Nine trying to charge in forward, but she's forced to retreat because she doesn't have that sort of additional firepower without your initiator, and PMK is one of their initiators. And that's what you want to see for Team Searena. I mean, that's what I said early in the game. A single hook could change fortunes for Team Searena, and that's what's happening. And if Claire keeps on landing these hooks, if finally in the last moment of this game she could land all her hooks with perfection, then Team Searena has a possible chance of landing a comeback. Because so far it's not going to be easy for them, because they have to put a lot of weight on EY as well as Strawberry, so all the pressure are in both of them. Although if you look at it, EY has the farming advantage compared to Strawberry, because if you look at Strawberry, she's still 158 to 12 compared to the others who are outliers. Analog at 252, and then Nine-Nine at 182. So it's a major blow for Strawberry. She wasn't able to farm this fast. I wonder what her next item is. She's going to go for Boots of Travel. So Strawberry's going to go for items that really maximizes mobility. I mean, Venomancer isn't really a hero that has mobility, but she could slow you down with these poison assaults. So for her to get this sort of mobility, she opted for a Blink Dagger, and now she's going to go for a Boots of Travel, which is smart, and I think it's also useful, especially if Team Searena are opting for a split push tactic, although it's not going to be easy, especially the rotations from DIA are just really good. And now here we can see a smoke assault here. Now PMK, will she find a target? A hook on PMK, that's going to be the fortune changer, but here comes Nine-Nine to the rescue, doing a sort of damage, and Chubby Boy to the rescue with an Echo Slam, forcing anyone to retreat. Nine-Nine gets a kill on Claire, and the Reaper Scythe, whoa, doing the damage. Now here comes EY activating her ultimate. The Stone Gaze is activated. Will Nine-Nine run away? She's gonna teleport away. She does teleport away, and that's an insult to injury to Team Searena, that they have not managed to get a kill on Nine-Nine. That would have been huge for Team Searena if they get a kill on Nine-Nine, but no, she lives on. The Moonlight Shadow saves her. Combine it with a TP scroll, even though the Dust of Appearance revealed her. DIA has managed to live on, and now Searena trying to charge further forward. They're going to concede their Roche Pit, even though they can actually beat these two heroes because of the fact that the positioning of Team DIA is just really good. So now Sniper has the Aegis of the Immortal. That gives more nightmares for Team Searena to defend, especially knowing that the biggest offensive threat has the greatest potential in pushing with the Aegis of the Immortal. So EY's items has a Manta style, which is good for pushing. And I think that's what Team Searena are doing. They're going to go for items that will help them push. Like the Manta style. And then where's Strawberry? Yeah, Strawberry has a Blink Dagger, which is useful for hiding trees. And then the Boots of Travel for more pushing prowess. So EY, let's see what are other pushing options. Well, Nemo doesn't have a pushing arsenal. Zeus, well, with her spells, yeah, she could push. So I think it's up to Searena. Like, let's see if they could try a split push. Although it's not easy to go with a split push, like what I said earlier, because you have a Moonlight Shadow, which could slow it down. And then you have the Bane as well, who could also slow things down as well. But look at this, EY gets caught. If EY goes down here, that's going to be huge for DIA, but she doesn't go down. She still lives on. So let's see a hook from Claire. Claire, get a hook, Claire. Claire. Oh, it's not going to hit a target, but even if she lands at it, she's going to get a neutral creep, and that's still not good. And she's just revealed her positioning. The constant missed hooks is just revealing the positioning of Team Searena, and that's not good news. As right now EY going to go aggressive. Here's the Moonlight Shadow. Here's PMK getting slowed down, find that sort of distraction in order to give DIA the sort of chance to run away, and they've managed to run away because PMK is a sacrificial lamb willing to let her body serve as a sort of offering for the gods, and now DIA has managed to run away and live to tell their tale, all thanks to PMK's noble sacrifice. But here, EY has the Eye of Scotty, and that could be a potential threat for DIA, but so far it's not looking like it's being, I mean, it's doing that sort of threatening assault, especially with the coordination of DIA and the fact that they've really tactically read Searena's game plan. So what can Analog do here? Analog turn invisible. She's going to look for another prey. An easy prey would be ideal for her. But she's not going to get anyone. She's just there to just push through the bottom lane. Another miss hook by Claire. And how many times has that happened in this match? I mean, I've seen 3 successful hooks, and the rest are all, I don't know, like, is it 20 hooks that she tried? So it's 3 out of 20? If you do the math, 3 divided by 20 is not a good statistic? Or maybe 3, more than 20. I think that's 3 over 50. I wouldn't be surprised if that's 3 over 50, which is very, very embarrassing. As we can see, a Moonlight Shadow assault. A single blink on punch. Claire is the target. If she gets caught by the Fiend's Greave, here's Anna doing the damage, and there's a Fisher combined with a Sacred Arrow, and Claire is gone. And here's what DIA has been doing. They know that Claire could be a potential threat, so they eliminate the potential threat so that they could have that sort of slight momentum edge, and they could push further forward. And that's what they're doing in this game. They've eliminated that potential initiator threat, and they're gonna go and assault Team Searena. And look at this, Analog is gonna get caught in there, and EY doing that sort of damage. Here's a Fisher on EY, but not gonna do anything yet. It's just gonna be a sort of a tickle on the side of EY. Now the tier 3 tower is under siege. Can EY live on? Can EY defend? But the damage of Analog is just too much. She's forced to retreat, and a mana shield is not gonna do any effect at all, especially with Analog as a sort of hero. And the split push is indeed working? Yeah, it's working, but it's the creeps doing the split push and not the heroes. Of course, Searena forced to defend this tier 2 tower. They have no choice but to defend it. Let's see, item check for the side of the IA. Ooh, this is good. A Pipe of Insight combined with a Veil of Discord, and that's a lethal combination against Searena. Blink Dagger, 4 Staff, Nokami. As a Dragon Lance. Analog, as usual, has her signature items. PMK, well protected. Well, good, decent items at their lance, though not as bolsters as their other teammates. EY, Scotty, Manta, Dragon Lance. And now DIA, this could be not a good situation for them, especially you have EY there knocking on the doorstep. but he gets caught by the Fiend's Grave, and here's Chubby Boy coming, the sort of damage needed, but here comes EY, forced to activate her ultimate, but no! Why was the hook activated on EY, and that's not a good sign, and this could be the sort of capitalization for DIA, but DIA, instead of attacking and capitalizing on it, they've retreated to give space for Chubby Boy to go for an Echo Slam through the back lines, distracting everyone from Team Searena. Team Searena were charging further forward, but they were baited. They were baited. DIA saying, yes, you fall into our trap, and now Gorgeous will sacrifice her life for nothing. She goes down. Oh, it all started with the missed hook. It hooked EY. EY activated her ultimate, and the hook on EY, it was just absolutely nightmarish for the side of Team Searena, and they're gonna pay the price there no matter what happened in it. And of course, after that failed attempt, they've lost one of her heroes. PMK goes down. And so what happened was Team Searena going on the offensive. They went on the offensive without them knowing. Look who's behind them. It was the Earthshaker with the Echo Slam on the back lines. And there's no one to provide that sort of long-range support for the side of Team Searena. And EY versus Analog. This is the brawl that we're going to see right now. But Analog doing that sort of damage on EY. EY being healed by Nemo. She needs Nemo's assistance. But Nai likewise doing that sort of nuisance, especially with a third skill and her roaming around the map. And now the Casker slowing things down, and this could be the opening for Team Searena. But no, the Fiend's Grief slows it down. But no, PMK sacrifices her life. Will she be a martyr? Yes, she is a martyr for the team of DIA. But here comes a hook on Nokami, but Nokami leaps out, but she's leaping out to her death, all because the wards blocked her, and there's no way she could run away. And now Nai forced to retreat in the top area of the map. Now this is what you want to see from Team Searena, and they have to capitalize on this. They have a 6K, DIA has a 6K net worth lead, and they're slowly chipping it with these pickoffs, these lucky breaks from Claire. Now Nai gets assaulted, but she's not gonna die. She's going to live because of her teleportation abilities and the fact that Team Searena doesn't have any sort of stunning assaults. I mean, the Witch Doctor wasn't there, and not even the Zeus was there, so Nai was able to live. I just still can't get over from the hook by Claire in this area of the map. And Chubby Boy was just, look at that. She has an Eigenum Scepter, which allows her to leap in huge distances. I wonder if Chubby Boy is gonna go for a Desolator. Because I mean, not Desolator, but like a Daedalus. Because I've seen Earthshaker with a Daedalus, and he's just very lethal. I'm just curious. Although she is opting for the Shadow Blade, as EY blocks off the Assassinate. Well, let's see. I mean, I've seen a Twitch streamer like, a YouTube streamer like Laurelyn F go for Earthshaker with a Daedalus at mid, and she's managed to help her team win. I mean, Daedalus plus Shadow Blade combination, so just curious if it's going to be possible in this match. So let's see. Searena on the defensive. DIA now the ultimate of EY slowing down Analog, but of course Chubby Boy with the insurance policy goes for the Fisher, and another insurance policy caused by the Moonlight Shadow. You can see a brawl anytime. Now EY is a target. Nai gets caught in the middle of no man's land. Oh, the hook nearly catches Nai, manages to run away and live to tell her tale. Now Chubby Boy goes for the Fisher, and here comes a Sacred Arrow combined with Nai and the Reaper Scythe. She goes down, and here comes the Sniper activating her assaults, but here comes the backlines assaulted by Strawberry. Strawberry, even though she had the damage, she's still gonna go down, but she gets a kill on Analog, and that could be a slight momentum boost for Team Searena. And of course, that's to the Chubby Boy to the rescue with an Echo Slam right to the face, but she's gonna get slowed by EY, and Nokami trying to do the sort of follow-up damage on EY, but she doesn't have enough damage, forced to retreat. But that Echo Slam from Chubby Boy, boy, she knows how to time her Echo Slams with perfection, and Team Searena were like putting question marks on their heads. Let's say they need a light bulb effect from this Chubby Boy. They can't even figure out how to stop her. She just blinks in out of nowhere, and then the Earthshaker just does her damage. And it has to do with the spacing of Team Searena. Like, Team Searena were just like clogged in this area. I think they should try to separate at some point, although separating themselves would not be sort of advantageous. But here's the thing: you can separate if you're Team Searena, because you have a range from Medusa. Venomonster likewise has range, and then Witch Doctor and Zeus could also, well, Zeus doesn't have range, but Witch Doctor, well, she has her Death Ward to create a space needed, although Earthshaker could slow down the Death Ward. But they could just use that, you know, they could just separate themselves in that clash and try to go for a pickoff, although it's not going to be easy because they have to stick together, because they could be easily obliterated by Analog as if they're individually separated. And Analog would have an easier target to catch. So it's a major dilemma for Team Searena. Like, should they really separate in that fight just to negate the effectiveness of the Earthshaker? Or even so, if it's still going to be useless, because let's face it, Searena might even compile themselves together out of habit, and then if that happens, then here comes the Earthshaker, going to do that sort of damage. So EY already has all her items. She's already complete in the item checklist. Although I think she might go for Hurricane Pike, especially if you have a Dragon Lance. Of course, you want to provide that sort of additional firepower needed. That would bode well with a Stone Gaze. And I think the Hurricane Pike, which she is going to, yeah, she opted for Hurricane Pike. It's going to be useful, but she's going to get caught here. And EY forced to use her Hurricane Pike to keep her alive. She has to use it, because her Lincoln Sphere is already, well, it's about to expire. Now Searena going on the defensive again. Strawberry going for a split push strategy. But without Strawberry, it's not going to be easy for Team Searena to defend, because Strawberry provides a sort of AoE damage that Searena desperately needs. As Gorgeous is requesting for a pause, and she's going to restart their PC. And she's lagging as well, so, well, there's going to be like a long wait for both teams, especially as you can see, Zeus has temporarily disconnected from the game, and she's going to restart her PC, and I'll just first check the Twitch chat for any shenanigans that's happening. Sorry about that. I was starstruck that someone from Mineski TV just said I have nice casting, because, you know, I just talk really fast, and I normally talk fast. I mean, I got inspired by General Tuna for talking really fast, you know, when he casts games. You know, I love the way he casts General Tuna. He's a rap god. I would wish I could, you know, cast alongside him. Alright, so Gorgeous is back. Now we could go on. Alright, let's go on, come on. Enough of the starstruckness. So EY pressing on here against Chubby Boy. But Chubby Boy, I like her positioning. Chubby Boy does know how to position herself out of nowhere. And Team Searena, well, let's see what Team Searena can do here. Because Chubby Boy is like a slight MVP. Although, if I were to pick an MVP in this game, Analog, you know, you have to commend Nokumi and PMK for the early pressure. And you also want to commend Chubby Boy as well. I mean, it's these three heroes doing this sort of damage. I mean, Analog would not be Analog without those three heroes. No doubt about that. Because Earthshaker's assaults the backlines, provides that pressure on Searena. And then early in the game, you have Nokumi and PMK just killing off the mid lane hero, which is, who was that? I forgot. Oh yeah, Strawberry. Yeah, that's the easy target for Analog. So yes, like I said earlier, Analog is talented, but to be honest, her teammates really helped her to be this bolsterous, as she gets a Satanic and a Monkey King Bar. Yikes. So it's not going to be an easy catch for anyone, especially if you're the Venomonster, who could try to slow down the sniper with a poison damage, but with the Satanic, it's not going to be easy. The sort of lifesteal, she could just activate it for her advantage. Don't forget, she has the Aegis of the Immortal. Okay, let's see here. Analog, what can she do here? She has the damage items. Monkey King bar set. Okay, she has an obnoxious attack speed now with this Maelstrom and this. Okay, Maelstrom, Silver Edge, and Monkey King bar all combined, and you have a nightmare if you're Team Searena in defending this. As you can see, a shrapnel in the hook misses for Claire. How many times has this happened? Oh my goodness gracious! Come on, Claire, please. Please, you have to make some amends for your team right now, because this is not really the sort of performance you like to see. No, it misses for the second time, and why does it have to miss for the second time in a row? Oh my goodness, if you're your team Searena, please, you have to do something. You have to do something for this. This is not a good performance from Claire. I mean, she does have the items. She does have the items. I mean, I feel so sad because she has the items for a team fight, but she just can't get a hook. I mean, she hooked her teammate for the wrong reasons. As EY tries to use her Hurricane Pike to make a difference, but it's not going to be enough. In the meantime, while that's happening, DIA is pushing in the bottom lane, and they're going to assault the tier 3 tower here. See what EY can do, EY? Oh my goodness, Claire, why does that happen a lot? Claire, come on, do something, Claire. Claire, please, the pressure is on you. The pressure is on you. You're like the only hope for the team to get a pick-off win. I mean, the score wouldn't be 30-17 if you land all your hooks with perfection. And she's trying to get on Chubby Boy, but she doesn't get Chubby Boy. I mean, that's a smart hook there. Although it would have been better if you get the target. Can Claire do something, please, Claire? I mean, the whole world's watching on Twitch. Just kidding. Claire, I mean, there's no pressure here. Come on, Claire, do something. No, it doesn't hit! Oh, my goodness gracious, how many times does this happen? Okay, Claire. You can do this, man. You can do this, girl. Come on. Oh, not good. Okay, never mind. Let's not count how many hooks you could land or how many hooks you'll miss. And that's EY's gonna get. It's gonna assault. That's what you want to see, but it's not gonna be enough. I mean, the sniper is just quite tanky, even with the ultimate casted by Strawberry. But look at this. EY's in a bad position, especially with a Fisher block. And of course, she's forced to use her ultimate. Now, Chubby Boy is gonna sacrifice her life for the greater good. But Analog is gonna get slowed down together with Chubby Boy in the Moonlight Shadow. Does keep the team alive, and they get a kill here on the poor Medusa. So EY goes down, and that's a huge kill for Team DIA, and a huge rescue by Claire with a hook. Now Medusa buys herself back, and they get a kill on Nokimi, who's trying to go for a split push here in the mid area, but the bottom area has already been assaulted as well. So it's a small. Oh, that's what you want to see for Team Searena, as Analog's going to get pulled by the hook. Now she's going to get assaulted in no man's area, and she goes down, and that's what you want to see if you're Team Searena. Finally, you can now raise the champagne bottles and say, yes, we got what we want. And they get another hook on Nai, but no, the second skill keeps Nai alive. The Ghost Route, now she's forced to use the Reaper Scythe on Strawberry, but Strawberry lives on, and Nai gets obliterated and wrecked apart to shreds. Well, while that's happening, Chubby Boy just pushing on in the tier 1, tier 3 tower in the top lane together with PMK. Okay, so the split push is working, and finally I've seen hooks from Claire. But still, the damage has already been done, because if you look at it, the split push has indeed worked wonders for DIA, and Claire could not even do anything. Well, she did get a hook, which is good. Finally, we see some important hooks. She will be commended for that. Oh, she wasn't able. She nearly got it. So finally, we've seen some clutch hooks there from Claire. Getting a kill on Analog was huge. Getting a kill on Nai with a hook was huge. And saving Strawberry was likewise important. So Claire, I can now salute you. But it's still not enough. Because you want to do something, and now PMK gets assaulted, and this is what you want to see if you're Team Searena. You want to capitalize on your pushing prowess, especially if you have a Manta style at your arsenal, but EY is going to get caught in no man's land, and there's a Fisher, combine it with a Totem, and of course a Sacred Arrow, but EY is just too tough. Now she activates her ultimate to slow things down. And here come the countermeasures for Team Searena. Chubby Boy, can she run away? She's going to get slowed down by the Stone Gaze. Forced to turn invisible there. She has a Shadow Blade. Yes, she does act. No, it's a Silver Edge, apparently. But while that's... Okay, actually, that was just gorgeous defending. I thought it was someone from Team DIA. But let's go back to the match action. Whew. So, of course, DIA nearly exposed there. in this bottom area, and EY, she has all the items needed at her arsenal. You have the Eye of Skadi, she could go, and she has this split shot up, which could really slow the creep waves for Team DIA. Add the fact that you have the Manta style, and then you have the long range from the Hurricane Pike. So that gives her more pushing progress, and DIA has to be concerned about that, because you could open up things for a disaster. And when it becomes disastrous, and poof, you're dead. So what could Claire do? She has a Blink Dagger, which is a must-need for her as of now, because she's constantly getting bullied by DIA with a sort of mistime hooks. Now they're gonna push here. Team Searena, tier 3 tower in the middle lane is gonna get assaulted, and this is the opening that you want to see for Team Searena. Can Team Searena make a comeback? Hashtag PUSO, says Team Searena, and they're gonna go and assault this tier 3 tower as they could find Chubby Boy, but she's not good. She's gonna live on. And the Moonlight Shadows activated, and PMK is the first target. Normally PMK is the first target of Team Searena, but look at this. Okay, Nokumi in the right position. Searena forced to retreat. Though it looks like Searena had that sort of momentum, and now DIA already a bit questioning themselves, questioning their overall existence. And Searena, you know, if Roshan was here, then they're gonna go for it no matter what happens, because they desperately need a pushing edge, especially knowing that DIA has been dominant in this game from the start all the way to the end. So of course, without the tier 3 towers to defend, and the Rax is about to go down here. Same story goes here. Tier 3 tower in the top lane is alive, and DIA knowing that Team Searena is looking like a major threat, are now, oh, there's a Fiend's Grip activated on EY and the Echo Slam by Chubby Boy, but the rescue coming here. But of course, here comes Nine getting pressed on by the ultimate from EY, but Gorgeous goes down. Here's the Reaper Scythe, gets a kill on EY, and that's huge there for Team DIA. I mean, for Team DIA, but in return, Necrophos gets killed, but she has a buyback. And now they're gonna assault the Rax. DIA, knowing that Team Searena are looking dangerous as they try to push through the bottom in the mid lane, are going to finish it. They're going for a GG push. No buyback for Medusa. Zeus has a buyback, but she doesn't have money. And the Rax goes down, so DIA have secured 2 of the most important locations, the bottom lane and the mid lane. The top lane is still alive, but it won't seem to matter. They want to win this game. So Claire just trying to toy with a hook there, a hook and a Blink Dagger out. I mean, this ain't, come on Claire, this ain't Dendi and Kuroki, you know, this is, the meta has already changed. I mean, you know what I mean, go for a hook and a Blink Dagger. I mean, of course, you have to win this game. You can't just be playing around, toying around with skill sets. This is an amateur tournament, and it's where your pride is put to the line. And your skills are tested, as Nokumi is going to press on here in the tier 3 tower in the top lane. Hook misses there by Claire. So I wonder how many hooks has Claire made, and how many misses. I can't really count. I know there's a lot of misses. Oh, here's Nemo, forced to use her cast. There's a Maledict on Chubby Boy. If Chubby Boy goes down, this could be huge. There's a Fissure to slow things down on Searena. And of course, countermeasures have been set for both teams, and the Snake Plague Wards just providing that sort of defensive barrier. They are the last stand for Team Searena. But all the Racks are dead, so it's all mega creeps now. But there's a hook on 9-9. That's what you want to see. Could this be the final stand for Searena? Oh, it's not going to be enough, and Strawberry is going to be next on the target list. But of course, Claire buys herself back. The Snakes doing the sort of damage. Can they be the barrier? Can they be the last hope for survival for Team Searena? The odds are stacked against them. And of course, look at this. Necrophos has a Dagon at level 5. Yikes. If you're, let's see, do they have that sort of countermeasures with that? Glimmer Cape? Not really. BKB, yeah. Okay, Lincoln Sphere potentially? But I think Nine was just doing that to, you know, to just, yeah, she's gonna do that for bragging rights, definitely. Like if the game ends and so that anyone who's watching right now could see that she's really good at farming. See, look at my item list. Poof. I got a Pipe of Insight as a backup. I got a Radiance, Aghanims, Dagon at level 4. Boots of Travel at level 1. Would have been better if it's level 2. Okay. So yeah, that's not going to be good news for Searena. Certainly not good news. What can Gorgeous do here? Gorgeous and EY. Although EY is like their only hope of survival here. Strawberry, of course. Forced it to retreat together with the rest of the crew, especially with an 11k net worth lead, and especially with the Aegis of the Immortal secured by none other than everyone's worst nightmare, which is Analog. What can Searena do? Tier 4 towers, can they defend this? Can they pull off an evil geniuses here? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Could this be like a TI comeback, like in TI6? And now there's a combination there from Strawberry, but she hesitates, forced to retreat. Nemo trying to do that sort of additional damage, might get a kill on Analog. Analog. Oh, the combination of EY and Strawberry is just paying dividends in here. And now Chubby Boy next on the target list. She goes down. Analog doesn't have that sort of survivability, of course, without the Aegis of the Immortal. Now she's going to get chased on here. She is invisible, so no one could see her. And then there's a Moonlight Shadow to provide that sort of additional defensive measure. And wait, look who gets obliterated on the top lane. And of course, now this could be the countermeasures for Team Searena. Can they push on? They have to push on. The Mega Creeps are just killing off their base. Well, I've seen comebacks for Mega Creeps from Mineski back in 2016 or 2015 against Alliance. And who else? Oh yeah, and the International 2016, when no one else would have predicted that Evil Geniuses would push on and win from a Mega Creeps. Can Team Searena do the same here? Can they pull off a Mineski or an Evil Genius miracle? Of course, the Mega Creeps, of course, that sort of tankiness that they possess is just nightmarish for Team Searena. I mean, they're in a major dilemma right now. Should we push or should we defend? Certainly defend is a right priority. Or maybe DIA is just playing, they're just playing the game knowing that they've secured all the items needed. We're just gonna extend this game, kind of reminiscent of Execration in one of the qualifiers, where they, I think, allowed their opponents, they've already secured Mega Creeps, and then they've allowed their opponents to get a slight momentum boost just for like 15 minutes, so they extended the game for 15 minutes, even though it's technically over, for fun's sake. And then RR gets an Aegis of the Immortal Steel from the Glimmer Cape. Yeah, and this was RR's hero, a Witch Doctor, when he stole the Aegis with a Glimmer Cape. So I'm not sure if that's a situation. There's EY. Okay, she's with a long range. She's trying to knock through the doorstep here. The drawbridge is not open on the side of DIA. The floodgates are still closed, but it's about to be unleashed courtesy of DIA, especially with the Moonlight Shadow. So DIA, will they go for the finishing blow? Searena not going to surrender. Yeah, never give up, said John Cena. Yeah, maybe I should try. Let's see what happens if I, type it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna troll anyone from Team Searena. So yeah, I'm trolling them. What else can I say? Yeah, so as you can see, they're motivated right now. And what else can I say? Yeah. They should be motivated with that. And, yeah, they learned from Tim's. Tim's from TNC said that we're not gonna say GG unless all our towers are destroyed. And Tim's is indeed doing it. Yeah, they did get a playbook from Tim's. Oh, Sacred Arrow misses on the target, and EY, oh, she gets caught by the Fisher there. Hook on Claire. Nope. For the nth time. How many times have I said nth time? Are there any other words I could say about the missed hooks? Nothing really. Oh, the tier 4 towers are under siege. The thrones are under siege. What can Team Searena do? I mean, they have the range. And the Divine Rapier. I didn't know that EY had a Divine Rapier at her arsenal. Wait, is it a rapier or a rapier? Some say it's a rapier, others say it's a rapier. But of course, let's not look into a dictionary. Let's just go back in the match action. Oh, who gets caught in there by the Fiend's Grave? It's Claire, but EY getting pressed on. There's too much firepower, especially with the Reaper sight activated, but Claire manages to survive, well protected by the Glimmer Cape. Okay, there's a Moonlight Shadow. Let's see what happens. Will it work? Nemo. Run, Nemo, run! Okay, she doesn't run. She's just, you know, backing off a bit. Like she's in a bully fight. What was this Dark Moon here saying by EY? I'm not sure if it's a term of surrender. Definitely not. Here comes. Okay, let's see. DIA charging in further forward. EY is the target here. Will this sort of be... Will Tim's playbook work? No, it doesn't work as Nemo gets obliterated to shreds. And now PMK next in the target list. PMK goes down, but EY next as well. Forced to activate her ultimate, but it only hits on the creeps. The Stone Gaze is hit on creeps. Now Chubby Boy next on the target list. They have to defend this. The throne is under siege, but EY getting pressed on by the Sacred Arrow. Here comes Strawberry doing the damage, blinking in. Nokami is going to get pressed on. She's going to get poisoned out. And of course, will she be able to get a kill on Nokami? The BKB activated together with the Moonlight Shadow. Will Nokami go down? Nokami, can you run away? Nokami, can you? Can you? No, she doesn't die. Claire is about to get obliterated. Actually, she does go down, and the Dagon doing that damage together with Analog's range and a... Oh, she just turned into fried barbecue and smoked barbecue. Served in brick fire. Well, of course, she is a butcher anyway. Of course, the Sentry Ward is not going to be that sort of defensive measure for Team Searena, but of course they need to defend this. They're desperately needing to go so. And... oh, the Dire Courier has been killed, and that's not a good sign if you're Team Searena, especially if you need it in the late game as a sort of defensive approach. If you want to get the necessary items, you need your Courier. It's not going to be enough, though. I mean, Team Searena just trying to put their hearts in the middle of this game. EG. EG. Yeah, I'm gonna motivate them. You know, I'm so biased, but... okay, it looks like I'm biased, but I'm not biased. Will it be a comeback? Possibly, this could be. Interesting. I mean, the pressure from DIA is just too much. But here's Strawberry blinking in. But she's going to get caught in the middle of No Man's Island. And she goes down together with Nemo going down as well. And of course, the final stand is over. Or maybe not, as a buyback is activated. This could be the sort of countermeasures that Team Searena are in desperately need. They are in desperate need to defend this throne. Can they do so? They've already lost all their towers. Now there's a Fiend's Grip activated on EY. EY gets caught there by the Dagon as well. The Sacred Arrow and Chubby Boy to the rescue through the backlines with the activates her ultimate. And boy, look, she gets 2 kills, 2 major crucial kills, and it's over. It's GG, well played. The throne is under siege. Half HP. It's gonna fall down. It's commendable by Team Searena, but their efforts are not enough. It's game number 1, and DIA has secured the victory with a 27k net worth lead. 42-27 is the score. That's just game number 1. Don't go out. There's still game number 2, which will happen in a bit.